All right, so now we're already on one side. We got our head tilted, but now what I want to do is I want to show you what I call a transition. Now, a transition is you don't want to stay in one way. You want to do something else. Now, again, what I'm just showing you right now is different ways you can transition. I'm not showing you different types of kisses yet. I'm just showing you the different ways that you can transition from moving your head from one side to the other in a passionate way where she's going to realize that you know what you're doing and you know what you're talking about. So what we have here, remember when we started before, put your hand under there, you rub the side of the cheek, and then you come in, and while you're in there, while you're kissing her this way, you've got your hand around her ear, or you can do some strumming. Now, here's where you have another hand, and this is where the passionate kiss comes in. Because again, like I said before, most people don't do these kinds of things. But right now you have your hand here. So what we want to do with our left hand, while you're kissing her like that, okay, now at this point, you got one hand here kissing her. At this point, you have your other hand. Now, this is where you have the technique of the 5 play. This is where you can either rub her thighs, you can rub her back, you can rub her sides. You have free reign for my 5 play, guys, of how you want to rub with the left hand. But remember, it's all about shift technique and timing, because you just don't want to stay on one side. You want to shift up. Remember, as long as you are leading in this kissing thing, she is going to be guided by you. So you should be fine. So what I want you guys to do while you have your hand behind her head like so, what I want you to do is I want you to take your other hand. And then what I want you to do while you're kissing her, I want you to take your hand, slide it underneath, as you can see, underneath her head. Same thing. Now again, you have a choice of rubbing the side of the cheek, but this time I don't want you to rub the side of the cheek. This time I want you to come up on the neck, okay? The side of the neck. I can't do it with this thumb, but if you can see it, let me try to see if I can shift it this way. So I have my hand here, okay? Now this time I'm kissing her, right? I'm in the kissing, I'm working it, okay? So what I want to do right here while I'm rubbing her with my other hand, when I'm ready to shift, what I want to do is I want to take my thumb, and right here on the side of the neck that hits the ear, right here, I want you to take your thumb and I want you to rub it right below her ear right there. You can feel that. Take your thumb and rub it right here. And you can feel that it's a really soft spot. It's another tingle spot, because we haven't even gotten to the necking and all that other stuff. But what I want you to do here is, I just want you to get an idea of how it feels, because this is how she is going to feel. So what you do is when you take your hand, now you're already kissing her, okay? You're kissing her. You're rubbing on her. So then you take your hand, you take your thumb, and you bring it up and you slide it up her eardrum. And then while you're doing that, you shift. Now remember, while you're sliding up, as soon as you hit the bottom of her ear, that's where the shift is going to take place. Very important to do. So while you're here and you're getting ready to make the kiss, you're kissing her right here. What you want to do is you want to take your thumb, you want to rub it all the way up. And while you're rubbing it, as soon as you hit it, because it's like you're rubbing it and you're turning, but you're keeping the sensation going. Because remember, we just don't want to do the kiss. We want to also add the sensations. Adding the sensations are very important. So here we are, we're kissing. I want you to take your thumb. I want you to rub the side of her neck. And while you're rubbing the side of her neck, I want you, now look, there's 2 ways you can do this. You got the open eye kiss and you got the one that's closed kiss. And sometimes she might even look at you. But what I'm saying is, and again, this is when y'all start to fuck and y'all getting to fucking and you have her on top of the bed. You can start doing this kind of stuff. But what I would normally do, I can do 2 things. You know, usually your eyes are closed. But what I like to do is while I'm here, while I'm rubbing the side, while I'm rubbing the side of her face, what I want to do is I'm over here. And I want to take my thumb and I want to rub it. And while I'm rubbing it, I'm slowly gauging on this side Once I hit that side of her ear, now remember, I'm still strumming right here. I'm still turning with here, but I stop because I'm giving her another sensation. So once I come on this side, right here, this is where you got kind of like you can either lock up or put your hands over the other like that. Because at this point now, as you can see, I've got both of my thumbs. So my thumbs are right here. I've got my thumbs right here. I got my thumbs placed. As you can see, I got my thumbs placed right here on both sides. Now I'm in control. Now I'm in control. Because after that point, when I'm rubbing her ear, I can come up like this. So basically, and you can feel it, take your thumb, rub it around your ear. You can feel it. Because the reason I want you to do it is because I want you to be able to figure out, okay, I know how it feels. So now I know how to make her feel. So while you're doing it, you got both of your thumbs right here. You got your thumbs holding her right there. You're over there kissing her. And then what you can do, you can take your hand and now this is where it gets smooth, because again, you're already shifted over, okay? So my head's already turned. But this is where now, this is the point now where you could take your hand and rub the side of her face. Or you can take your fingers and put them through her hair. Or it's like you're combing it down and you can kind of rub her shoulders. So let's go over it again. You're already kissing her. You got your hand on one side. So what's the next point of this is taking your thumb, rubbing the side of her neck all the way up to her earlobe. As soon as you hit her earlobe, you're turning. So look, it's going to be like this. And then you come in like that. And then you can stop. You can rub her face like that. You can rub the side of her face. And I'm just showing you from the other side. You can rub the side of her face like that. You see what I'm saying? That's when it becomes passionate, because what you're doing is you're taking more of a moment that she has always been waiting for. She's been reading in books and she's been seeing, but she's never experienced a passionate kiss because you're in the lead. Now, from that point again, we still have different parts of her neck that we're going to go over, but I just wanted to go over it again with you guys. When you're kissing her like this and you're about to shift over, remember, bring that thumb up, touch the earlobe, come back, take this hand here, and then what you want to do, you have free reign. You can rub her cheek. And when I'm saying rub her cheek, I mean like that. See that? And you just want to close it off. You can do it just like that. See that right there? That way, I don't know if you see it. See it right there? That's what you can do. So while I'm doing that, I'm kissing her right here. Then guess what? When you shift, you can shift and go back this way. And then you can start rubbing on this thing. Or then you can start rubbing her neck. But again, this is all from the top. So her face is straight up. You're doing all the shifting because you're doing all the leading. But you're not only leading, you're also making her feel good while you're doing it, while you're performing the kiss. And again, we're going to go into the different types of kisses that you can do and use all that, and where you'll be able to change it up and things like that. And we'll do all that in a little while. But I just wanted to give you a basic of how to do it in a way where you are showing dominance. You are showing male dominance. Where you're kissing her like this, you come up with that thumb on the thing, you switched it over, and there you are. You're kissing her, and you're taking your hand, you're rubbing the side of her face, you're playing with her hair. You can go down and start rubbing her back, her ass. But the beautiful thing about it, you're still in control. As you can see, my other hand here is still in control. I've got the other hand that's free reign. So it's like this. You sit there, and then you can shift it back up again. And then from the two turns, you can turn and do what I call the straight kiss. It's a straight kiss. And we will go over the straight kiss in the next clip. Thank you.